Hey guys, how are you? It's Thursday, April 16th, and today is a study guide. Today is super important. I have to be honest, I am frustrated because some of you are not watching these videos all the way through, and I'm telling you specific things in the videos, and I can tell that some of you aren't watching them because you're not doing them when you submit the things. So, yesterday I had told you that you had to submit a lesson review, and a lot of you submitted those skills pages, and I did not need to see those skills pages. I needed to see the 5 questions. But then a lot of you submitted the 5 questions and you skipped number 3 and 4. And I didn't tell you to skip 3 and 4 on that. I told you to skip 3 and 4 on the skills pages. So you would normally be sitting in a 90-minute math class every day. And I'm just asking you to watch these 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6-minute videos so that you get your lesson and you get all the information you need. And I really need you to watch the entire video. Some of you even need to go back to the video when you're doing your work, because the ones that you did the other day, so many of you got median wrong because you didn't put the numbers in order first and you just picked the number in the middle. That's not right. You need to order them from least to greatest first. And a lot of you got the range wrong as well because you were, again, not putting them in order. You were just picking the first number and the last number. Well, they're not necessarily the biggest and the smallest number. So you guys need to, I know this is really hard. Trust me, I get it. I'm talking to a computer right now and it's weird. But I really need you to watch these videos because like your quiz tomorrow, it's graded. Like I got to grade that. So I need you to pay attention. And I'm writing comments on some of your things and asking you to fix them, and you're not going back and checking your work. You need to go back and check and see, did Mrs. Cosgriff write anything? Did I get a 0 even though I turned it in because all my answers were wrong? Did I get a 1 because I got half of the questions wrong? What happened? You need to go back and check. And you guys need to know how to send emails and check your email because I'm emailing some of you and you're not emailing me back. Okay? All right, sorry, but got to get that all out. All right, study guide. The beginning of the study guide. So I have my iPad here because I'm looking at the study guide on my iPad. Okay, so we have moving the decimal points. So the first 5 questions are about moving the decimal point. Remember, key things. You're looking at the symbol and you're looking at the exponent. Okay, so this tells me how many times to move it. And this tells me that I'm making it bigger. So I need to move it to the right. So I pick up that decimal point and I move it. 1, 2, 3. I have my empty loops that get zeros. So now I have 6,200. 6,200. Some of you are leaving your decimal point here. You can't leave it there. The whole point is that you're moving it. This one down here, it's division. So it's getting smaller. So it's going the opposite way. And we're moving it 2 times. So we pick it up, we move it 1, 2. It's now here, not here. And we have decimal 082 for our answer, okay? So the next part of that, where's my eraser, of that question says, how did you decide where the decimal point would move? Tell me 2 things. You need to tell me 2 things. You need to tell me that you looked at whether it was multiplying or dividing. Okay, so you say I look at the operation symbol. Multiplication means I move it right, and division means I move it left, and the exponent tells me how many times to move it. So you have to tell me both things, and you have to, the study guide and the quiz are like identical. They look exactly the same, just different numbers. You have to tell me both things in order to get credit, okay? All right, the next question on the study guide, it says, to like what is the rule? So it's a conversion chart that you guys just did that. You're going to be going from something small to something big. So small to big means I am dividing, okay? And your numbers are 110. So if I have 100 and I end up with 10, I divided by what? I divided by 10, okay? So my exponential form would be, well, how many zeros is that? All right, well, that's 1 0, so it's 10 to the power of 1. So I'm dividing by 10 to the power of 1, which means I'm moving my decimal point 1 time in that chart, okay? Now, here's the thing. Some of you didn't know where the decimal point was in some of the numbers. And I told you this in the video yesterday, that if I have the number 48, my decimal is here. So if I have to divide and move it once, now it's here, okay? If I have the number 129, where's my decimal? My decimal's at the end. And now if I need to move it, I move it one time over. Now it's here and not here, okay? So if there's no decimal, it goes at the end. A lot of you put question marks for that. And I'm assuming you put a question mark because you didn't see a decimal point. I told you the decimal point's always at the end of the number, okay? All right. After that, moving on in the study guide, it's volume, okay? I don't need to review that. Volume is length times width times height. Length times width times height, okay? So that's the first page of the study guide. The second page of the study guide is a line plot. Okay, so remember, that's where you have the line's already on here, and it has numbers underneath of it. Okay, I'm just using different numbers. And then you're going to look at the data set, and you're going to put X's in there. So if you see a 2, you put an X. If you see a 3, you put an X. You see a 5, you put an X. If you see another 3, you put an X. Another 3, you put an X. So you're making your X's on the line plot. Then underneath of it, it asks you everything about it. It asks you for the mean or the average, okay? Again, reminding you, the mean is annoying, okay? That's why we call it mean. You're going to have to, and I don't know if you can see this, but here's your study guide. You're going to have to add up all these numbers up there. Add them all up, but don't stop there. After you add them all up, you have to divide. It's 2 steps. You have to divide by how many numbers there are. Use a calculator. I'm fine with that. Okay? After you add them all up and you divide, you get your answer. You write it on the line. Then it asks you for the mode, the number that occurs most often. So in this one, it would be 3 because there's 3 X's. Which number occurs most often? That's your mode. Then it's the median. Do not just look at these numbers up here, okay, and find the one in the middle. You have to put them in order first, from smallest to biggest. Once you have them in order from smallest to biggest, then cross out, cross out, cross out, cross out, find the one in the middle, okay? All right. Then you have the maximum, which is your biggest number. So it's not 6. There's no X here. Your maximum would be 5 because it has an X, okay? And your minimum is not 1. Your minimum is 2 because it has an X. Okay, so you're going to take your maximum and your minimum. Then number 10 is find the range. So you're going to take the biggest number and the smallest number and subtract them. Don't just take, the first number and the last number and subtract them and say, okay, well, 57 and 60, my range is 3. No, it's not, okay? You need to find your smallest number and your biggest number, okay? All right, after that, you have some review problems, okay? I know this video is getting long, but remember, you'd be in math class for 90 minutes. So, you have a multiplying fractions. So something like 2/3 times 4/5, okay? Multiply your tops, multiply your bottoms. If you can simplify, please try to simplify, okay? Keyword is try. Then you have something like 1/7 of 14, okay? Remember, of means to multiply. So you're going to either do 2 different things, okay? You can do the shortcut way, and you can say 7 goes into 14 2 times, and I have a 1 on the top, so my answer's 2. Or change this to multiplication and stick a 1 underneath of it. 1 times 14 is 14. 7 times 1 is 7, and 14 divided by 7 is 2, okay? Either way is fine, all right? Number 13, we're almost done, is keep, change, and flip. So if you have like 2/3 divided by 1/4, okay, remember, keep the first, keep it, change the sign, flip the second, okay? Keep, change, flip, keep, change, flip. Multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms, okay? Remember, 3 goes into 8. 2 times. That gives me 6 with a remainder of 2, and the denominator stays the same, okay? Last problem is to put your decimals in order from least to greatest, okay? Remember, I tell you to think about it like money, okay? Also, just a reminder, I would maybe think about rewriting them up and down like this, okay? If I have a lot of 4s and 2s in the problem on here, there's a lot of 2s and 5s, so I'm trying to make something similar, okay? So something like that, okay? Now my decimal here isn't lined up, so that was probably a bad idea by my part. So I want to put my decimal here, and then I forget what I had, 042 maybe, okay? So these guys have numbers in the ones place, and these ones don't. So these have to be bigger than these guys, because these are $4 and these are no dollars, okay? This guy is 42 cents. This guy's 40-ish cents. This guy's like 4 pennies, okay? So you want to be really careful when you do those on there, okay? I need you guys to take your time. I need to know that when I look at this, I'm going to be able to look at it and I'm going to say they watched the video, they took their time, they remember the review stuff, multiplying, dividing fractions, ordering decimals, volume, that's all review. Move your decimal point. Be careful. Don't give me 2 decimals in the answer. There can only be 1. You're moving him to a new spot, okay? And the range, mean, median, mode, you really have to pay attention. You've got to put them in order from least to greatest. You've got to, in order to do the median, you've got to be careful with the range. Find the biggest and the smallest number, all right? If you guys have questions, email me. Go to Google, hit the 9 little dots up in the corner, and go to Gmail, and then go in, sign in with your umasd.net thing and your backwards birthday password, and email me, okay? And start checking your email, all right? I know this is hard, guys. It's hard for me too. It's hard for all of us. You're doing a great job. We just have to work out some of the kinks of making sure that you go back and check your grades that I'm giving you. And that you ask questions and that you listen to these videos. This one's 12 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be that long, but you have a quiz tomorrow, and I really want you to do well on it, okay? Remember, the better you do, the easier it is for me to grade. And again, it's not 90 minutes of math. But that's it, okay? Please, if you have questions, let me know. I'm here for you, whatever you guys need. You just have to ask, okay? And I have a phone. It's right here. I talked to a bunch of you on the phone this week, but if you need to talk to me, you need to email me to tell me you need to talk to me, okay? And then I will get in touch with your parents and I can talk to you on the phone and I can go through things. Some of you, I wrote to you in Schoology and said, I need to call you or you need to call me, and I haven't heard from you yet. So please, let's try to check those messages and make sure you're watching these videos. And if you're watching this video all the way to the end, in the comments, I want you to tell me your favorite, I don't even know, tell me your favorite song or your favorite TV show or your favorite movie, something, so that maybe I can watch your favorite movie or your favorite TV show. All right, guys, I really miss you. Thanks for everything. You guys are working hard. I really do appreciate it.